and welcome to Master Network's Legacy Stories, Building a Legacy Beyond the Business. Legacy Stories is a YouTube series designed to spotlight Master Network's New York regional members and how they have grown both personally and professionally, in addition to how they are building a legacy beyond the business. Today's guest is Nancy Stingone of Unique Design Creations. Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Maggie. Thank you for having me today. I'm so excited.
I am very excited as well. Nancy, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
So I am Nancy Stingone, and my business is Unique Design Creations. And Unique Design Creations is your business and personal gifting concierge. And what I do is I help businesses to thank their clients, their associates, and of course, family and friends with all their gifting needs.
Oh, and Nancy, you have done such beautiful jobs. I've used Nancy personally to give gifts to clients as well as personal friends, and they are always blown away with how she nails it. Absolutely nails it. Beautiful, Nancy. And so Nancy and I met at Master Networks, like many of us met in Legacy Stories. So Nancy, tell me, how long have you been a Master Networks member?
So I've been a Master Networks member for 5 years now.
Wow.
And it's the best networking group I could have connected to. I've met so many people, and not just on business relationships, but I've made so many friends, as we are, Maggie. Yes. And it's more about, it goes beyond the business. It goes about, up to the relationships with each other.
Now, Nancy,
it's been a great journey.
Which chapter are you a member of?
So right now I am a member of the White Plains Thursday morning Team A chapter, but I started out with the Yorktown Chamber. So I was a guest at a networking meeting for Master Networks 5 years ago. And my first visit, they were starting a chapter the next morning. So I raised my hand and I said, I would love to be on that leadership team. Can I be part of it? And it's been a wonderful journey since.
That's amazing. We find a lot of our members participate in our leadership opportunities. So what leadership role did you have, Nancy?
I was the vice president and the secretary, and that's, again, going back 5 years. So.
Wow. Yeah, then our vice presidents are responsible for the amazing training that Master Networks has. It's a wonderful way of connecting with fellow businesses because you talk about topics. Don't you find that with the training tidbits, they spark conversations that really help your business, right?
Yes, and it helps you to think outside of the box to get different perspectives on different ways to run your business.
Right. And we've, with 5 years being a member, I'm sure there has to be many stories that you have about Master Networks and your experience with that. But could you pick one that you could share with us?
So from my first meeting, I was able to connect with other members there. And I remember sitting there. It wasn't just sitting there and getting referrals and giving referrals. And I did find that everyone was so genuine and authentic. And I sat there and I said, wow, this is great. Everybody is there. You could really connect on different levels with each other in our meetings. I have found that I've been able to bring a situation to the meeting and I could be open about it and say, you know what, I have this situation and I'd like to get advice and get your perspective on how you think I should handle it and how to move forward with it. And that has really helped me in my business.
Right. And as as a solopreneur, right? You basically own and run your own business, right? How
Yes.
have you found that, the connections that you're building that you mentioned, right? They help you kind of drive your business forward. I find that for myself, being in the same position as you are, right? You, they kind of drive you to, um, I guess, inspire you to make the most out of your business, to get all those great ideas and apply them, right?
Not only inspire, but I find that everyone in my networking that I do network with keeps me accountable.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's a great part of networking with each other through master networks.
Because you
Again, it's
find,
not just business referrals, it's more of connecting and thinking outside of the box.
right, getting to know people on a personal basis as well as a professional basis, right? And, which leads me to one of my favorite questions. Is there one relationship that you formed that has changed your business? Master Networks always says you're one relationship away from changing your future. And that's a quote from Chaz, our CEO of Master Networks, right? So, do you have one relationship that you can share with us?
Yes, I always tell this story, and that is Tina Campbell. That first meeting that I attended as a guest, I stepped out of my car, Tina stepped out of her car, and she introduced herself to me, and we walked in together and sat down, and we just went from there. And she's inspired me. I could reach out to her anytime, and she's there with the support that any of our members need. But I have found that I could really reach out to her.
And at this recording, we're over 300 members in the New York region. And we've grown so much in the last year, even during the pandemic. We've had new chapters forming. We've helped businesses. So many people have shared with me how they felt that Master Networks actually helped them emotionally because they were constantly busy. They were attending meetings. They stayed connected with their people. This has been a very stressful time. Many businesses are closing, and, it's a very scary time for many people, again, personally, as well as in their business. But many of the Master Networks members have been thriving during this pandemic because we have this network that we've built, and we're welcoming in new members all the time. So even if people that are listening are not members, they really should come and check out a meeting, right? That's the first step, right? Come and check out
I
a meeting and
agree.
see if it's for you, right?
And especially during these times, I've been able to visit so many chapters, and not only in state, but out of state.
Right.
And when the pandemic first started, the chapter Master Networks was able to pivot and help each one of us to do the same. And yes, I found that it was and it still is a very emotional time. And we needed to be able to support each other, which I have found we did.
Right.
And it's just amazing how everyone reached out. And again, going back to Tina Campbell, really kept us all together and
Right.
said, we could do this. We could support each other in our businesses and during everything that we've been going through.
Right, and she is a driving force. She's,
Yes.
the regional partner for Master Networks in the New York region. And spawned off of her has been, the Connecticut region and the New York City region, which is also, they are also two adjacent regions that are growing thanks to her initial, um, what could we say? Her initial fight. I don't know. She has really, I mean,
She's a true leader.
she was walking around New York or Westchester and Putnam by herself saying, do you want to join a networking meeting? And then fast forward, here we
Yes.
are over 300 members strong, right?
And that's my story from 5 years ago, meeting her in the parking lot. And I kid with her and say, does everyone know that Tina picked me up from the parking lot? I went to visit that chapter. But she's been a big support for all of us, especially during these times. And I found that while, it was nice to share when you visit the other chapters, it was nice to share, to know that, yes, it was okay to have these emotional feelings, and let's connect, let's support each other. How can I support you in your business during these times? And that's how I pivoted into my business. And, just showing that I can help everyone in one
Right.
way or another.
And that is the key to our Master Network's personality. It's not what I can get out of a meeting, it's what I can give to a meeting. Like, even though your business can deliver anywhere, right?
Mhm.
We're,
Yes.
you went there to meet new people and to build relationships. And that is what we talk about at Master Networks all the time. It's we're relational, not transactional, right?
Yes.
So Nancy, how has Master Networks helped you build a legacy beyond the business?
So, Master Networks has helped me to offer solutions on how I could help service the members beyond the weekly meetings. And what I mean by that, beyond them thanking their clients, because we all have businesses. So if you forgot grandma's birthday and you're in a pinch, I can help you that way. A baby or weddings, those are big occasions that people really should recognize. And now during COVID, I can still help you with those services. And beyond those services, I've created programs, that I can also help businesses. So if you have a non-for-profit organization, I've created a fundraising program where Unique Designs will give back 10% to the organization on all their sales.
Oh,
And the whole
wonderful.
program is free. I set that up for them, and I put their information on my website. And when you're at checkout, sending your gift to grandma, you could donate to your organization of your choice. And then I give back to the organization. I have other programs, assisted living programs, where if you cannot visit your loved one in an assisted living facility, you could send them their birthday gifts. I have clients who actually will either send a plant or flowers on a weekly basis. And I remember I have a client whose mom was there and she wanted chocolates and things like that. We sent her a throw. And the only complaint we got back is that there wasn't enough chocolate for her mom to share with her friends.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So that's another program. I have a automobile, a showroom, car showroom program for them to send to their, high-end clients. So I try to look beyond the gifting part of it. And I'm always looking to create programs to help different organizations, different businesses. I could brand your gifts just for your business. So it's not about Unique Design Creations, but it's about you and your business.
And I think that, and that kind of sets you apart. I mean, we focus on that in Master Networks. What is setting you apart from other people? When they get a gift from Unique Design Creations, they're getting something different. They're getting something that nobody else is getting. If you used a different, if you used one of the big online places where you can order something and it's just very impersonal, right? Everything. I remember using you, speaking of COVID, I used you to send a gift to a dear friend's parents, both of whom had COVID. And the gifts that you gave her, she was going through them, loved everything. She wouldn't take the socks off. You gave her these nice, like a lot of comfort things, right?
Yes.
Comfort treats and things, and the socks she wore forever. And it's that kind of a thing that that means every time that they're using them when they're going through such a difficult time to have that, or when they're celebrating, they have something new. Everybody loves getting a gift basket because it opens up so many different things, right?
And it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
I always say it's almost as if I channel you're sending me an order and I channel like what would these, the recipient really appreciate,
Right.
and, be real about it. Not just, a box of chocolate, but something that whenever they put on those cozy socks, they're going to remember you.
Right. And,
Then you connect that to your business. They're going to
right.
remember you. And if they have a referral, they'll
They,
think of you.
you're front of mind, right? You keep front
Yes.
of mind. It's
Yes.
why I put my logo and wear my signature purple all the time, right? It's all about that, keeping people, keeping you front of mind, in front of people, but genuinely caring, right? It's all that. Is there, um, anything else you'd like to share with us, Nancy? I mean, we appreciate how Unique Design Creations has been such a part of our New York region. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us? Maybe your contact information so people can reach out?
Yes. And I always say that I offer the 3 E's: ease on placing your order, the emotion, and the experience of the gift, that when they open it, that they're going to experience that gift. So I offer that. And also my contact information is uniquedesigncreations.com. That's my website. I
There
could be
you go.
contacted by phone or text at 914-707-0192. And then also by email, uniquedesignscreations@gmail.com.
Wonderful.
And I do have a tagline, if you're ready for that.
I'm ready.
If you want chic, call Unique.
Awesome. You inspired me to create my tagline, Nancy, because that is where I love play on words and alliteration, as you can tell with Master at Media, as well as rhyming. So just so everybody knows, my name is Maggie Carey. I am the CEO of Master at Media. I educate businesses on developing an engaging social media presence that will skyrocket their promotion for less time, money, and stress in order to cultivate a loyal audience. And of course, my tagline is I take the commotion out of your promotion. So thank you, Nancy, for being an inspiration to all of us in the New York region. We want to make sure that, in addition, follow me, masteratmedia.com, and I can help you tell your story online, as well as our legacy stories in New York. Join us at masternetworksny.com and find out how you can join this amazing network of people who are there to help you grow your business and build a legacy beyond the business. Nancy, thank you again for joining us today. To all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us and listening. If you have any questions, make sure you include them in the chat below, and follow us at Master Networks New York and on all our socials. Thanks again, Nancy, and we'll look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you at a White Plains meeting.